everybody, my name is Asher and welcome to my channel. If you have never seen me before, I am now 11 months on T. I'm in Australia, but I am technically American. This is for my friends and my family to keep updated on all of my changes, but I'm also going to be expanding now and maybe talking about some other things regarding being trans or right now, I actually want to get a video out about the different kinds of testosterone, what's offered throughout the world, set some things straight about some myths, and provide some legitimate research out there for you guys. So hopefully the first of a series will be dropping sometime in the next couple of days as I produce that. So look forward to that, and hopefully that will help some of you better understand what's available to you so you know what to go and maybe talk to your doctor about. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to try and make this really quick because I do have that other video to do. So first thing we have is the voice changes. So I don't know if you've noticed or can tell, but my voice has actually dropped quite a bit. I did a little tester. There's an app out there that tests the decibels of your voice in your highs and your lows. And on the 19th of June, I did one of the tests, and then I did another one just 11 days later, and there was already a significant difference. When I first did it, I think it was 156 hertz on average. A low percentage on the female side, quite a bit in the androgynous range, and then quite a bit male range. And that was about when a couple of weeks after I started T. So I was like, oh, I haven't done this in a while, I'll check it out. I'm actually going to put an image up here, collage that just shows what it was on the 19th of June and what's popping up on the 30th of June. And so just in those 11 days, there was actually quite a bit of change. And the reason I did that was because a person that I hadn't seen in a while was like, whoa, your voice has really dropped. And I was like, really? So I wanted to find out what the decibels were at that moment. And since it was pretty significant, it's only 5 decibels, but for 11 days, that's pretty good. So I want to put that up there for you. Yeah, so that's cool. My voice keeps cracking like crazy. I'll be in the middle of a conversation. It just goes like it's nuts. But every time it happens, I'm like, I get this little smile on the inside because that just shows that my voice is just continuing to drop. And it'll settle eventually into probably a different tone. It might not even be quite this deep later. It'll probably even out and I'll have more fluctuations in my voice again. And so it'll be masculine, but it might settle differently than what it sounds like today. So I'm excited to find out what that's like and what it'll turn out to be. My singing voice is awful. I can hit really low notes now, which is great. Again, like I've said before, my alto is pretty much gone. And now my soprano definitely just sounds more like a very limited power falsetto. So things have definitely changed in that realm. So I'm going to keep trying to practice on stretching my voice so that I don't lose everything. And we'll go from there. So we'll move on to body hair. So the hair on my face has really started to come in. It's all peach fuzz. It's all very, very blonde. But there's like actual length to it, which is cool. And then I have a few millimeters of a very blonde mustache. And then there are some parts of this itty bitty beard that's happening that's actually thickened quite a bit. And on the sides and underneath a little bit. So it's only been 11 weeks and I'm already seeing those results. If you're hearing a shushing noise, because this phone picks up a lot of sound, it's my dog on a beanbag that's shifting around a little bit as he's trying to get comfortable and settling down so that I can do this video. So yeah, beyond that, like the hair on my legs has gotten much coarser and a little bit thicker, And I have a little happy trail happening, which is cool. But like hair on my arms and shoulders and things like that haven't increased at all. So I'm grateful for that. But again, early days. It'll change. So we'll see if, some of the Native American from my grandfather, from my mother's side, from my grandfather, see if that like plays into how much hair or very little hair I actually end up with. So we'll see. Hair loss or a change in hairline. So I don't know if you can tell, but it has gone back a bit. Not too badly, like in a way that I'm happy with. I haven't lost that much. I haven't lost really any in the front. My hair is a little bit coarser than it used to be. But yeah, it's still pretty soft, but it's not as soft as it was. It's not coarse. It's just less soft. Let's see. Adam's apple. So you can't see it yet, I don't think. No. But you can feel it. Like it's firmer than it was. So something's happening there. It's just obviously not going to be visible yet. Still, it's less than 3 months. Like, yeah, a lot of these changes that are happening, a lot of people wouldn't normally see anyway. So this is pretty good. I'm happy with what I'm seeing so far. Bones in face, thickening, I don't really see it. I see a little bit of fat redistribution maybe, but that's about it. Like, when we get to about this point, things are going to slow down. I'm not going to see a whole lot of changes, especially in the later 6 weeks leading up to my next shot. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. Some things might really slow down, and that's another reason why I'm putting up a different series, because there's only so many times I can say, okay, my facial hair is growing and my voice is changing. There's only so many times I can do that, right? So sometimes it's better to put something else out there. You'll still see the changes. I'm just not going to actively discuss them, I guess. And yeah, so that's why that's going to happen, because there's only so much of this I can do, Other things that you can look up other videos about that are a bit more personal. Not going to talk about that. Coarser skin. No, as long as I keep up on my facial regimen, it's fine. My muscle mass, when I'm working out, I get quite pumped. My muscles are growing, they're hardening, all good things, all things I wanted. The fat redistribution, a lot of people say you're not supposed to see that for 6 months. I've already been seeing it, and it's all going right to my middle. And I'm not pleased about it. I'm starting a different workout regimen. I'm going back to using P90X. Back in when I was, what was it, 10? No, more than 10 years ago. It worked really, really well, and people have amazing results on it. And if you don't know what it is, it's because it's a really old program by Tony Horton, originally through Beachbody, now I think it's called Body Eye. And or iBody, something like that. But it is an amazing program, and if you're really trying to lose weight and gain muscle mass, lean or bulk, doesn't matter, whether you're a beginner or advanced, it's an amazing program, and I highly recommend it. It's hard, it hurts, but it works. Acne. Always fighting the acne back, but it's fully under control. As you could probably see, there's almost anything that I do have is already under control. The menses. There are no menses! Yes! I'm so happy about that. Nothing has broken through. I'm very, very, very happy about that. I was really scared for the first couple of months. But after that second shot that I had, things have been all right. Other drives are good. General mood. There's been some things that have been going on. A loss of a friend, some things going on with my business, having issues with the dysmorphia side of my issues, have attributed to a bit of sadness. Okay, quite a bit of sadness. And a lot of anxiety. But I've had the tools in place to be able to cope with those things. As I mentioned already, I'm going to be doing P90X, which I know for a fact over a 3-month period will deal with a large majority of the dysmorphia issues that I'm having. The dysphoria is now fantastic, or getting there. Anyway, like obviously things aren't perfect yet, but I am really happy with the results and the progress that has been made so far. But the dysmorphia has gotten worse. So we're going to do what we can to cope with the dysmorphia. The anxiety regarding work, that's also being handled. And when it comes to, the loss of a friend, that's just its own process that you go through, and you learn to live with, a little bit more every day. And that's how that kind of goes. I've been stepping out and going out with friends and just having a good time to pick myself up. So I've been doing a lot of the more positive things to help myself go through this. But what's really good is that I'm not doing it alone. I have a not huge, but a really beautiful network of people in my life now that are positive, that give me encouragement and just kind of boost me up when I'm not feeling at my best. And they make it okay to not be at my best, and just to be like, it's all right that you're not okay. Like, just let it go, let it roll. And in some of the work areas where I've, been struggling with a particular situation, they've helped guide me in reminding me that I can handle so much more now than I've ever done before, and I can overcome opposition and difficulties and remain professional and calm, and not reactive, but smart about difficult situations. So that's a plus. I haven't done the videos for the last couple of weeks for a number of reasons. I've been having to deal with things regarding work a little bit more, and it's coming up on the end of financial year in Australia, so I was having to get all of that together, and my accounting and my booking and whatnot. And I normally am really good about keeping up on those things anyway, but I wanted to do a full annual breakdown, and that took quite a bit of time. And then doing some research for the series that I'm going to be starting on this channel, that is, that was a work in progress as well, and took quite a lot of time and a lot of research. So I'm really, really sorry, but we are here today and knocking out this video, which is awesome. So anyways, that's pretty much it. General mood with the dysphoria, I'm feeling really good. Some other areas of my life, there's some sadness, there's some anxiety, but all of that is really handled as well. So I will see you next time, and look forward to those other videos. Like and subscribe below if you enjoyed this. And yeah, thank you so much. Peace.